Aujourd'hui est spécial. Le week-end est spécial. Le sujet de conversation est spécial. Special is today. Special is the weekend. And our glorified head of conversation is also très spécial. It's known as the specialized transport. Welcome all to Is Pharmacology Difficult podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Radhika Vijay, MBBS MD Pharmacology, and this is the audio hub to get the best simplified basic tips, strategies, methods, and lots of ideas to learn better, understand better, and make your concepts crystal clear if you really find and if there's a question hovering in your minds, is pharmacology difficult? Lend me your ears for a while and let in the magic of knowledge. Specialized transport can be basically of two types. Either it is carrier mediated or it is vesicular in nature. As we heard on, with the carrier mediated transport, it's meant for certain special compounds which are polar in nature. Something like sugars and amino acids, because it's not possible for them to penetrate the membranes easily. Did you know that all the cell membranes have transmembrane proteins which function as carriers or transporters for a whole lot of highly important nutrients and also for various transmitters, etc. They may translocate xenobiotics. Remember the term xenobiotics? Yes, these are the foreign substances. Their mechanism is also very interesting and unique. By nature, they are proteins. They combine momentarily with the substrates. They form a drug carrier complex and they exhibit better permeability by undergoing a conformational change. Now, this type of process is specific for substrate. It becomes saturated. It's a slow procedure as compared to the ion channels. Once interaction occurs, the transporter it regains its original form after dissociating from the drug. And then it may go various fates. It may be used again, it may be disposed of. Now comes the important aspect of the energy utilization. This important thing divides the carrier-mediated transport into two types. The first one is the facilitated diffusion. Let's get into the details of the facilitated diffusion. The transporter belongs to a superfamily of the solute carrier transporters, and these are abbreviated as capital S, capital L, and capital C. Second important point, there is no need of energy for their action. The carriers can move a drug substrate along the concentration gradient only. This is famously described as the downhill movement of the drug. That is, the substrate travels in the direction of the electrochemical gradient. Now, what you need to highlight about such a transport mechanism is that its capacity limited. The binding of the drug to the carrier controls the diffusion rate, and carrier availability limits this whole process. Well, it has a graphical aspect, a graphical representation also. Let's talk about that too. Graphically, when seen, a linear plot is drawn when we relate the absorption rate and the concentration for the passive diffusion. And if the concentration increases over time, absorption rate becomes constant. And what does this signify? It simply shows that saturation has occurred for the whole carrier mechanism or the whole carrier process. Next, you need to know about the competition that may occur for such transport mechanism among the drugs, and it will definitely occurs among the drugs which have the similar chemical characters. And what are the consequences of such a competition? It may hamper, it may interrupt the absorption process too. Now let's know these wonderful drugs that are meant for the facilitated diffusion. The wonderful examples, they are antiviral drugs, anti-cancer drugs, amino acids, and few well-known multivitamins like vitamin A, vitamin B complex, etc. Now, one of the processes that best describes the facilitated diffusion is the utilization of the capital GLUT4, yes, the GLUT4 transporter, which is utilized by glucose to gain entry in the fat and the muscle cells. That's a typical classical example of the facilitated diffusion. Okay, I hope that's quite short and concise, but too much of important points for the weekend. C'est tout pour la journée. That's all for today. Bon weekend. Wish you all a great, auspicious, happy weekend. Être prudent, stay safe. Restez heureux, stay happy. Restez à la maison, stay at home. Restez éclairé, stay enlightened. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.